I need you. You need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me. Agree with me. We're all a part of God's body. It is His will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive. Good morning, peoples. Hi, Erica J, moderator. Miss Sherry, TLCN3. If only we could all just get along. Hey, people. Hi, Mr. Awesome. Strib. Bart. You got a long name, brother. Hi, Mr. Awesome. Keisha Paul. Mocha Drop. Oh, Nikki B. Oh, Nikki B, I just sang you a song. I dedicate it to you. Child, I'm here to talk about the situation going on the Breakfast Club. Now, we all know that Miss JESS Hilarious has been selected to be their co-host. She's been on there approximately a month now, and I have a concern. My concern is she going to be able to behave herself and be non-biased and professional? I don't know. I saw this situation they have now started off with something about big backs. Charlemagne made some comments about girls with, I think it started with this woman who's over here chronicling her bad experience with some man she married, right, on TikTok. That turned into Charlemagne making comments about how the big back girls, he called them, we can assume that means big people, fat people, working so hard, working too hard and being too desperate for these men, and they're accepting anything. Well, that could be said for pretty much anybody. I don't know that they're any more desperate. As a matter of fact, it seems like they can hold a husband a lot longer than some of these skinny gals. But I'm just saying, he made the comment. T.S. Madison made comments about him calling people big back girls. She said she's a big back girl. And then it's so physical. Girl, who gives a damn? After the first few months, who gives a fuck about that, girl? We want somebody who's going to support you and raise your children, honey, and keep a household and keep them bills paid and all this kind of stuff. There are more the reasons than your skinny ass are going to keep a man. But he made that comment. The big girls are so desperate to have a man that they accept anything, right? T.S. Madison apparently took a little offense to that, and she made comments concerning his comments, and that what did she say? Yeah, she said something about big girls, are we going to have to band together and smash Charlemagne's face or something like that? Which we all know that didn't have anything to do with nobody going up to Charlemagne and smashing his face in. But on the Breakfast Club show, was supposed to be a professional syndicated show, JESS Hilarious jumps in to say, "Oh, I can't believe she said that. Did you see that violence? If you would have said that to her." JESS Hilarious, all the homophobes seem to want to deny that they're homophobes, correct? This is going to be hazardous to their careers, right? Because after we focus in on what you are, honey, because of who you are, we hate your guts. Because of who you are, we will never laugh at you. And it's all because of who you are. You are a homophobe. Glory. You're a hater. JESS Hilarious has several times been caught up in these controversies because of her need to comment on these situations with these transgender people, right? Now, women are half of the population of the planet, 50% of the population of the planet. Trans women are maybe 1%, if even that, of the population of the planet, right? But she always seems like she has to come and make comments concerning that. So we all know that she was not suggesting, she made a simple comment about, you know, reading, getting in your face, smashing your face, and all that. All that means words. This is a talking application, correct? But Just Hilarious wants to highlight that she has said this like it was a call to violence or something, and she couldn't say that to him. Well, because generally speaking, trans people are not out there murdering heterosexual people, correct? It's foolish. Why she even have to say that? So then uh Charlamagne makes a statement saying, well, I didn't take any offense to that. Everybody on the show, and DJ Amy said, well, what's the big problem? No, it was a problem with only with Just Hilarious, who's only been on that job for 1 month, girl. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to bring all this negative heat on the Breakfast Club because your comments, since you are a commentator on the Breakfast Club, are going to reflect upon them. Then people will be saying, oh, the Breakfast Club is homophobic, correct? I'm just saying it's unnecessary. They should have edited it out. And maybe you needed to be, all of your commentary needs to be edited, Ms. Just Hilarious, if you're going to be coming on here trying to read people. That is not your position anymore, girl. You're not doing a stand-up comedy routine. You are on a syndicated hip-hop station, which I believe is probably one of the biggest ones out there, girl, right? So you picking fights with these people based on your own prejudice. To me, it is inappropriate and unprofessional. Correct? So what happened today? Today, she comes on and responds because T.S. Madison went on there and let her have it for about an hour. T.S. Madison went on there, went off. She's not restricted by being on some network program. She owns her own show. She say anything she wants to say, right? And she's not going to read you like a woman would read you or like a man would read you. She's going to read you like a trans girl would read you, right? So yes, she misgendered you and called you just some, wait a minute, man hilarious or some shit, girl. She suggested that you look like a man. You look like a drag queen. Well, you're an attractive woman, but you do like elaborate. I mean, it's not that much difference, really. The way femininity is femininity, right? So sometimes your look is looks like a drag queen. That's what she said. So Just Hilarious came on there and she was offended because how can you say I look like a man? Walking like a woman, feeling like a woman, looking like a man. So she said she made subtle comments. I'm sure that the show is restricting how much she could actually say on their show. They refused to play the clips from T.S. Madison, right? But Just Hilarious, since you only been on that job for 1 month, let's give you a little bit of advice. You know, I'm real big on giving everybody advice. I have all answers, right? I'm another prophet. Chalk up one more. Girl, leave your personal prejudice at home. If you want to start shit with T.S. Madison, y'all want to go back and forth, go to TikTok or somewhere. Go somewhere off of that program, right? Because you're going to taint the Breakfast Club. Now, they probably don't think about it one way or the other. Every once in a while, they have somebody on there like that thing. What's his name? What's that? God damn it, this brain. Anyway, Storm Monroe. The Storm Monroe creature, you have something like that on there, child, every once in a while. But I don't think that straight people are sitting around thinking about transgender people, you know, very much. So it's no sense to be making all these unnecessary enemies because when you insult the trans community or treat people unfairly, or any people, you treat white people unfairly, whoever you treat unfairly, honey, other people are affected by that, right? And they start saying, well, we are LGBTQ. You just insulted the whole community then. You have prejudice against the community. It seems like her focus is not on gay men A lot of people make that distinction. Oh, it's not the gay men. It's the I don't hate you, but I hate these. Hate is hate, honey. Hate is hate. You need to work on your prejudice and keep your personal shit off of the channel, or they're not gonna be able to keep you, girl. Right? I'm sure they get hate mail and people saying, "Why was that necessary? Why was that necessary?" You know, the hard heads. That's what I call the straight men. They always like that kind of conversation, right? They always like it. Girl. Wait a minute, I'm getting off track. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Yeah, Miss Madison went, oh, she got very angry with this woman because they just went through it a couple months ago, a month before she got the job, about women don't have wait a minute. Some queen said that women didn't have I don't forgot the right word. They ain't the only ones that had periods, right? It was a ridiculous argument. Didn't make no damn sense, honey. Women have periods and women have babies, right? It's an honorable position to be able to produce a child, correct? But they made this great big old thing out of that. Miss Hilarious had to get in there because she seems to be drawn to any conversation about trans people. They like to pick on the smallest group of people in America and the world. I don't like that. Why is that so interesting to you, girl? Anyway, so she came on today and she was talking about how TS's reads were subpar and so forth. So I have a feeling they'll go back and forth a little bit more on this kind of stuff. What y'all think? Y'all have an opinion on this stuff? I mean, why pick on other people? Just, girl, live your life. Live your life. Live your life. You just got the job opportunity of a lifetime, girl. Sit your ass down. Now, as far as this woman, Miss JESS Hilarious, first of all, we got to say that that's the best one of them chairs I've seen. Now, everybody's got these crowns. I don't know why black people, we got to always be kings and queens. Everybody's got to be a king and queen. So recently, in the last few years, these crown chairs have become very, very, very popular, where everybody's using them. Charlemagne is sitting in one type, and DJ Envy is sitting in another type. That happened about a year ago. But now they've brought JESS Hilarious, and she's got the other one, the one with the big round back kind of thing. And I have to say, the chair is beautiful. I mean, I've seen all kind of combinations. I think Jives has one with multiple colors on them and all that kind of stuff. But the white one looks good. And she looks like a queen in it. Correct. But it seems like I wouldn't say that she's stealing the show, but they changed the name of the goddamn Just No Mess or something like that. Just with the mess. She's got her own segment. She's telling them constantly to shut up. This is the way her and Charlemagne joke around and so forth. But she's actually cutting them off. So is her personality too big to be a participant in a threesome? I don't know. You guys have to judge that. And we hope everybody does well. But it's not a good idea to be exposing your prejudice, correct? Because a lot of other people are going to get an attitude with you because of it. Okay. You came in just in time for the singing, Tiffany? Right. Write a letter to Nikki B. Said, we love his singing. Shut the hell up. Praise him. Oh, no. Dreadful. Horrible. Monstrous. You tell him, Nikki B. If anybody listened to you. Just hilarious. Was a messy this morning. She couldn't respond the way she wants to respond, but she don't want none of Madison. Madison don't have all those filters, honey. She doesn't have to have all those filters because she's not being paid by anyone to do her show. She can do everything she wants to do. She can call you a man if she wants to. She can talk all up under your clothes. She can talk about your husband and how your husband was fucking everybody in Baltimore, wherever the fuck you're from. Right? She can do anything she wants to do. So I don't think you want to get into that kind of conflict, right? Yours has to be refined because you're on a network show, and then hers is all out there. So she can just talk about you for 4 or 5 hours if she wants to. But yeah, I think that the transphobia thing, it is a real thing with her. People need to be a little bit more grateful for what they've been assigned to on this planet, right? You got the job of your life. I guess that job is somewhere in $250,000 a year, something like that, $250,000. You certainly wanted the job, right? Then you need to respect the job, girl, and be grateful that you have it. And don't come on here making all this goddamn bringing all this negative energy to their program. You're supposed to be non-biased. Now we know that they take liberties there on the Breakfast Club and all that. But Charlamagne, he took no offense to what she said. Everybody seems to be fine with it. Only one who had a problem with it was you, Just Hilarious. And you try to paint these people as if there's some kind of a straight phobic or something, girl. That was so unnecessary. Mm-hmm. Just Hilarious is annoying to me, a dominating woman. Well, Madison described her as having a masculine energy. Now, I don't know. I mean, that could be just a matter of opinion. She does seem to want to dominate the stage, however. So she's going from being a one-woman show, a comedian, right, who does a show by herself, to sharing now the stage with two other people, right? Angela Yee was more of a passive. She kind of brought the actual stories, the actual facts to the story. You want to get up there and be a comedian and provocateur, apparently. Just Hilarious. You're going to have people talking about not only you, but the Breakfast Club. They're going to group you all together because anytime one of them guys giggles at something you says, that makes them also a part of the joke. They over there laughing at me or laughing at us, kind of thing, right? So I don't know. I'm undecided about her. I have not watched the entire show since she's been on there, but the Breakfast Club does a job where they have their whole I don't know what is it 2-hour show, and then they have little segments to draw people in, and that's all I've ever watched was the little segments. If it's something that is concerning to me, primarily they cover hip hop, which is not interesting to me. So I don't know, but I do look in there when they have a hot topic. TLC3, you find her annoying? Hello, Tim O'Gay. How you doing, baby? Tim O'Gay all the way. I'm not a fan of Jess with the mess. Yeah, she's supposed to be trying to grow her audience, honey. Don't turn people against you. And you certainly don't want nobody like Madison over here reading your ass every day, child. Is that what you want? Then they all gonna start looking at your face and your makeup and things, girl. She don't like it because she called her a man. Apparently, Madison is suggesting that she has been referred to as a transsexual. How'd you do? I see you met my faithful handyman. He's just a little brought down because when you knocked, he thought you were that hilarious man. Don't get brought out by the way I walk. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite. Sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Ha ha. Why don't you stay for the night? Or maybe a bite? I take it my whole favorite Steve Raines movie. I've been making a man. Anyway, let me read y'all stuff. Just was trying to make a problem when it wasn't one. Charlamagne recognized it as a joke. DJ Envy recognizes it as a joke. Everybody in America recognizes it as a joke, and not even a particularly offensive one, right? But no, no, no. Ooh, how can she say that? Ooh, she implying the violence. Like the queens are going to be outside of the studio and smash in Charlamagne's face. You know exactly what you was doing, Miss Hilarious, girl. You're trying to stir up some controversy. And you're going to realize that not everybody is the same. And there's some people you need to leave the fuck alone, right? Because they don't have to have any filters, girl. When they own their own shit, they do whatever the fuck they want to do. So if she wants to do her next 300 videos about you, she can. Why? Because you picked a fight with her. Just like last time and the time before that, girl. Right? There's only so many trans girls even out front. So there's only so many that you could pick on. Correct? Thank you, Stacy. Super chat. Sang him. Okay. Let me see. So we don't know if she's going to respond to this. If you're going to respond to that, Miss Just Hilarious, you need to respond to it on your Instagram or in a message. Apparently, they knew each other at some point, right? But these people, their prejudice will eventually come out. Unfortunately, a lot of us have different kinds of prejudice. But if you're going to be in a professional capacity, you can't see Anderson Cooper going on there, girl, and showing all of his prejudice has against the Republicans, all his prejudice he has against this people or that people. No, when they're on the stage, when they are presenting themselves as journalists or pseudo journalists, girl, they have to be professional, right? Because it hurts their channel when they're not. They want to increase their audience, not diminish it. We don't care. They ain't but so many people. But some people just don't like hateful people, honey. You hateful and nasty, girl. They don't like that shit. Right? I don't like nobody mistreated. None. I don't give a goddamn what color they is. What color they is, what their sexual identity is, honey. I ain't got to tell everybody everything I don't like. I don't give a fuck, girl. They don't care. And Miss Hilarious, you need to work a little bit more. Since your name is just Hilarious, you need to work a little bit more on being hilarious. I mean, hilarious is a strong word, right? It ain't like you are Richard Pryor or somebody up there, girl. You need to be a little bit more funny and stop being so damn bossy. She is constantly telling them to shut up. They got the bright light on that white chair, honey, and like she is the queen now. Well, how in the hell are you the queen if we've been doing the job 20 years, girl? You come out of nowhere and now you the queen, and we supposed to all you got your name on the goddamn segments, girl. They ain't got to do all that for you, shit. Mm-hmm. It was the one with the comment. Why hate for Jess? Charlemagne was the one with the comment. Well, I didn't like his comments either, but I mean, it's commentary, so we ain't gonna like everything everybody thinks. Like, people come on and say how they feel, honey. He seems to think that there's a problem. Big girls is desperate. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I have known more big women with husbands, long-term husbands. They're my mother's best friend, long-term husbands. They always talking shit about the big girls, but the big girls will be the one with the goddamn husband. The big girls be the one who can maintain relationships, girl. It's about who you are. It's not about your skinny or fat ass. Hi there, Thais Report. Thank you for super chat. I give you 1,000%, Tim. The Breakfast Club should have looked longer. Take your time. It's no big rush. But they said, Thais Report, that they were tired of talking to each other. Both of them had expressed that they wanted somebody new. But don't let somebody new come in and take over your damn show. It's still your show that has brought in the revenue for all these years, right? If she gonna be telling you to shut up every time you say something, child, and just take over the conversation, where does that happen at? You're the new guy on the block. Shut the hell up and be hilarious. Shit, you gonna name yourself Hilarious, girl? She's like Monique. I never see him be funny. I want to be able. If you are hilarious, you don't got to tell me that your name is Hilarious. I'll just look at. I say, you know that woman's funny. She's funny. That Monique used to be funny because every time we saw her, she was on set, right? We didn't know about this other dark side of her, correct? So we consider that's a funny person. Why? Because every time we saw them, they were being funny. They were in a movie, they were in a sitcom, they were on a TV show, they were whatever we saw them, they were being funny. Correct? They ain't got to say, oh, my name is Monique Hilarious. No, girl. She done named herself that, and we'll never see her be funny. Now, some of y'all might be fans and y'all seen her on stage or something like that, right? And I've already expressed that it's very hard for comedians to make me laugh by just standing up telling jokes. But she should say something hilarious at some point. So she was on there. Then they said today that some other woman had challenged her. Say, I'm outside. She said, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. But you think, oh, you are pregnant. You're a pregnant woman. Then act like it, girl. Right? Don't be out here throwing rocks and hiding your hands, honey, behind your pregnancy. Right? This is not supposed to be a read fest, Miss Jess Hilarious. I would imagine you've already started these fights in 1 month in. What's it going to be like for the future of the Breakfast Club? Are you going to change the whole atmosphere? That we just come on there and we just reading people. Ooh, I read you. Ooh, I read you. Let me see. Where are you getting these statistical demographics? Oh, right off the top of my head. I don't know, Mr. Awesome. Statistical demographics? No, trans people, that is a very, very small community. Now, I live in San Francisco, so here there are lots of trans people. It's not unusual to see trans people all over the place, right? But in the big picture in the United States, the whole gay community, the L, I include the L, the G, the B, and the T, are about 10% of the population, estimated 10%, right? So the trans community is only a small part of that 10%. This is what I'm saying, right? It's just picking on minority. It's the same thing white people used to do to black people. Prejudice is prejudice, honey. You don't treat people badly based on color, based on where they came from. I hate the way they treat the immigrants. They talk to them like they're not even human beings. They're just people. So these statistical demographics, I don't know, child. Why would Madison be upset when Madison has based every physique there is of men and women? Huh? She's bashed them. Okay. She's bashed them. Madison has bashed every physique there is of men and women. Well, her audience, that's the way people talk. Different communities talk a different way. Black people talk different than white people, Gay people talk different than straight people. And if she's going to be going to battle with her, then she's going to have to expect that she's going to be what they call red to filth, right? The first cut is the deepest. Baby, the first cut is the deepest. When it comes to reading queens, when it comes to going off. So now they got a beef, I guess. You got to be suspicious of all these beefs, honey. Some people are just throwing that shit out there intentionally. It is deliberate. I want to start because I know she doesn't like people talking shit about her. So I'm going to start a beef with her, right? Now, you're going to have to let some of that go, Miss Hilarious. If you're going to be over there getting $200,000 or $300,000 a year, girl, and you're going to be a pseudo journalist on the Breakfast Club, honey, you're going to have to let go of all the reading things, child. You just know that girl's going to respond. You've had enough history with T.S. Madison to know that when you made those statements, she was going to respond. There's no way you would not know that. You just got out of beef 2 months ago. Not another prophet, girl. Everybody else is one. Shit. Why not? Oh, Israel, ye have killed the prophets. And America found out about them coins, girl, and they brought them back. They brought them back from the dead, honey. The flame thing. Yeah, they have her on that show because she caters to straight audiences. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Justin? What you gonna say? Controversial. Fake outrage. Justin, I believe that's your favorite word. As usual, Uncle Tim, fake outrage. Fake outrage. Just to make some content. Stop the BS that you watch and listen to shows at a deep dive. What? Stop the BS that you watch and listen to shows at a deep dive. No, we ain't doing no deep dives, honey. I'm not spending no hours and hours and hours researching everything you've done in the last 10 years. No, that will never happen, honey. It's called commentary. All these people, the ones you like and the ones you dislike, they're just telling you their opinions. They are commentators because they comment on things. So if I get up in the morning and I put in there trending topics, right? And if I see one of those topics that is interesting to me, then I'll talk about it. I'm sorry that offends you, Justin, but as I suggested many times, all you have to do is take an hour or so, sit down at your computer, and start yourself a YouTube channel, right? And then what you're going to discover is, oh, this is a talking application. So if I'm going to have a channel, then I have to talk. He likes being managed. Justin is what you call a classic troll. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he goes and terrorizes other channels as well. Maddie gonna read today. She read her yesterday, child. She went off on just go to T.S. Madison channel, right? She goes off on that girl for it looks like a whole hour. Her and Craig, the writers, on there. Mm-hmm. So beefs are interesting to watch. I don't know that at some point though, if you're going to be, I think the Breakfast Club is a couple of steps above this kind of thing we do on this base level. You have to let some stuff go, right? Because they not only are they going to read you, they're going to start coming for the Breakfast Club, and no matter what they say, all publicity is not good publicity because then you got to keep that thing going, right? Keep up the controversy. I don't think that's what they intend to do on that channel. Didn't even have to comment at all. Well, she commented because the girl came after her. The girl was suggesting that she was suggesting that people beat up Charlemagne, which was a lie. He didn't hear it that way. We didn't hear it that way. Nobody in the world heard it that way except for JESS Hilarious. And it wasn't all that hilarious, honey. Trans has nothing to do with sexuality. So stop. This is semantics, honey. You know what I'm talking about, shit. There's all kinds, honey. LGBTQ. So we all take offense when you start picking on people, honey. Shit, just like we take offense when white people start picking on black people. And I don't give a fuck where they at. Just keep coming for Maddie. That's right. Trans has nothing to do with sexuality. Well, the majority of trans people are homosexual, honey. So it does have something to do with sexuality, right? I see. We have. Are you a hater? Let me see. It's the city. It's the city country girl. The city country girl. Oh, you like Beyonce? Oh, the city country girl. T.S. talks about everybody, but always offended. Mm-hmm. Baby, all I'm suggesting is if you're going to be on a network show, is the Breakfast Club broadcast is primarily a radio station, right? It's broadcast on radio, but apparently they have huge numbers. They're able to pay these people all $250,000 a piece at the base. She probably coming in at close to that because she negotiated her salary, right? Then no, you can't be down here in the mud dropping lugs on people, honey, and being shady. She know that woman gonna come back at her. She just came out of that. Apparently, she enjoys that kind of energy. So do that kind of energy on your own damn time is what I'm saying, girl. That's okay. She'll learn. Some people got to learn that fat meat is indeed greasy. Just like some people got to learn that electricity is dangerous. right? But when you put it's a little bitty baby, a little pickaninny, and you put your finger by that goddamn light socket, honey, you will learn a valuable lesson that will stay with you for a lifetime, right? You got to learn as you go, honey. Particularly if you're going to be demanding $200,000 and $300,000 a year as a salary. Them people gonna call you in office. I mean, we're trying to hit it off for you. Just hilarious. Tone it down a little bit, girl. And you are, I don't know that it's called masculine energy, but you do seem to want to dominate the goddamn conversation, girl. Let them boys talk. They've been at this shit for 30 years. They built the channel. She gonna be in a lot of different controversies. I can see that. Love is love. Exactly. It sure in the hell is. No matter who you love, honey, love is love. Char women speak outside of their neck. Baby, when I was in the pen, here we go with the prison again. When I was in the pen, you know, niggas talk. They ain't got nothing else to do but talk, right? They talk more about the women. They called the women who they were cheating with, having these hoochie mamas on the side and all that kind of stuff. They talk worse about them than they talk about the woman at home, right? Because the woman going to keep a home, correct? So they say, I got me a big girl. I'm going to get me a big girl. I'm going to get me a big girl. So they get a big girl. That is their stability. That is their real wife. The other one, they're just selecting for physical attributes. They don't respect those people. Don't assume, honey. Don't assume. And many, many men like a curvaceous woman, right? She ain't got to chase. He's still chasing her, honey. Fixing his ass up. Telling you can do it, baby. Go out there. I know you can do it, baby. All that shit, honey. Shit. They go over and give it to some goddamn $100 hoe. No offense, smaller ladies. No offense. I'm just saying, honey. People are people. Everybody has a type. A woman can cook good, honey. Raise children. Build his ass up. He's cracking me up. Can somebody explain to Uncle Tim that the Breakfast Club is not on free radio? Who said anything about free radio? I said they were paying the people $200,000 to $300,000 a year each, honey. That's over $1 million budget just on those three. Correct? How am I talking about it's free? It ain't free. I don't know I don't watch radio, listen to radio, Justin. Now, I know you have a lot of free time on your hands, honey. You sit up and listen to radio all day, and you know all the answers about the radio. It's not on. I don't know what kind of radio is on, Justin. Can we accept that the Breakfast Club is a little more successful than Timothy Blaine's channel? That's all we need from you, Justin. Okay. Do you understand the principle of being professional? Have you watched all these people like Don Lemon, these people who have been on these jobs for 20 years, child, and say one goddamn wrong thing and they are taken off the air? Did we not watch it on MSNBC when somebody said something to a woman in the office, girl, and lost their entire career? Have we not watched the Me Too movement, right? Where people have been who have said something on this job, and not only in show business, right? You have to be a certain amount of professional when you're on somebody's job. Is that okay, Justin? God damn. This is not rocket science here, brother. Mr. Arson, okay. No, he comes over here. Justin is I'm telling you, he is a classic troll. When you look up, when you put troll into your search engine, it's gonna be a big old picture of Justin. Come on there, girl. His avatar, child. He said, I like this. It's fun to me. I just get him riled. The Breakfast Club does not how to deal with FEC, CEC. Bless your heart. What did he do now? Well, what did he do now? What did he do to you? Oh, they teaming up on me. Nikki B, the song hater, and Justin, they teaming up on me, girl. Don Lemon just settled for $25 million with CNN. Or that's about what he was getting. How much was he getting paid? I think they just had to pay out his contract, right, Mr. Austin? Those newscasters make a lot of money. I don't know if he's making $25 million a year, but whatever his contract was, if he had a contract for 5 years and they fire him, then they got to pay him for 5 years what his salary was. So good for him. He can go do whatever he wants to do now. But we've seen so many of them coming, but he ain't the only one, Chad. We've seen so many of them coming. Chris Como, I just saw him. I guess he's on some News Nation or something now. All those guys he was released because of something he said concerning his brother. So we'll see if she lasts, But she needs to go slow. She don't need to be coming in there with both barrels, honey, and trying to dominate the damn show. That's where that woman over there talking about she got masculine energy. As she's used to working by herself. The Breakfast Club is a tabloid, not a news media, who is controlled by SEC and FEC. That's why the Breakfast Club curse without being fined. Oh, they say bad words, Justin? Oh, Lord have mercy. They are tabloid news. They not news. They tabloid. Well, I think they are hip-hop media. That's what I consider. Whatever, child. They're making a whole lot more money than me and you, Justin. And they're going to protect their property. So I keep hearing her shut them down. Her and Charlamagne play like that. But at the same time, it was Charlamagne's show last month. Now we look like we're trying to build the JESS Hilarious show. They seem to be cowing down to her. I guess they want to make her feel welcome, right? Hey, calm down. We'll have to see how it pans out. I suspect that after this morning's show, TS will come back. So they both benefit by these beefs. I don't know how professional it is. I don't think T.S. Madison is worried about how professional it is. Like I said, she owns her own shit. She can do whatever she wants. But if Hilarious goes much further into this thing, it's going to bring negative attention onto the Breakfast Club. That's how that works. Is talk radio entertainment? So they're a radio station, right? I can't watch when you know how they come on here. I think it's an hour and something or 2 hours, and it's just a blank screen. And they're just talking. I can't deal with that kind of stuff. If I want to listen to a radio, I will be listening to a radio inside a car or going somewhere, or I'll have my headphones when I'm out walking on the street, right? That's the only application I would listen to a radio station. So they're not only popular on the radio, which is their primary history, they're also popular on their YouTube channel. Let's see what kind of numbers they get. Hold on. Let me see how many numbers that the Breakfast Club gets. Okay. 1 hour ago, their show broadcast. That's only 2,000 views. Wait a minute. Let's go to the radio station. They're telling you it's Power 105.1 FM. So a lot of people still use the radio, particularly people who commute, things like that. 34,000 views. When they talked about Wendy, they got 96,000 views, 90,000 views. These are reasonable numbers, but not remarkable. 78,000 views. So let me go back a little bit more. 120,000 views. But this is not impressive when you consider that dude, Club Shay Shay, he got 60 million views for that Cat Williams thing. And that Monique thing did okay. And I see now he's on there. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But Club Shay Shay is interviewing Cruz, right? What's his name? Ted Cruz, whatever his name is. He's interviewing him right now. So we'll see how his numbers do on that. He's been doing very well, this guy, Club Shay Shay, this football player. Hood news. You call Hood news. Wait a minute. AKA Sunset Shining. This channel should be named Hood News. You can choose. Hunty. Hood News. You can choose. Y'all see my title? Did I spell that word right? Hilarious. I got stuck. I meant good news you can choose with Uncle Tim. Thank you. Excuse me. Move over, Breakfast Club. His name is Shannon Sharp, says Justin J. Get the name right, nigga. Justin, you just a regular encyclopedia. I spelled it right. Thank you. Thank you, Blink. Bink Bianca. Oh, my new character is Bianca. And this new novel I'm writing. Oh, man, chapter 7. I'm going to go in chapter 8. But yeah, one of the main characters is Bianca. Oh, you spelled your, okay. You spelled it Bianca. I spelled it, yeah, I think I spelled it with I. Bianca. No, I spelled it with an E. Bianca. Uh-huh. But Bianca is still pronounced with the, even with an I, it's pronounced Bianca, like B-E. I might have to change it. I got to look it up. What y'all think? Y'all gonna watch Shannon Sharp? What's his name? Is it Terry Crews? I called him Ted Cruz. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Ted Cruz. Terry Crews is on Club Shay Shay. So I guess he gonna come talking about how some man touched him on his shoulder at the party. And me too, he said, big ass motherfucker football player child. Me too. He touched me on my shoulder. Oh, we gonna go through that shit again. Lord have mercy, child. Terry Crews said, he said, me too, honey. I feel so abused. Step on his foot, nigga. Let me see. They're not pronounced the same, so it can be spelled either way. Is that right, Bianca? I think I spelled it that way at first, and then my reader was reading the back. When I write, I write, and then it reads it back to me for any corrections. And the machine might not have pronounced it right, so I changed it to B. It pronounced it Bianca. That'll make the machine right. We're being run by machines these days. Right, either way is okay, but Bianca is normally see it. Okay. Yeah, but the I looks more normal. I mean, like I had no problem pronouncing your name. Shannon needs to interview Matthew Lawrence. Who is Matthew Lawrence? He's doing extremely well, honey. He's getting millions, hundreds, and he's getting a lot more than Breakfast Club. I tell you that. At least lately, he's had other people before. Cat Williams came on there. He was having big celebrities on there, right? So after he gets big celebrities and he gets known, like people will talk about Cat Williams and Monique interviews, but that also introduces people to his channel. Like I would have no knowledge of his channel without that Cat Williams interview. So it brings celebrities to him. Their agents will contact him then. So he'll be able to build on that and get more and more celebrities, because now each celebrity, I want 50 million views, you know. So he's off to a good start. I don't like them damn sofas though. Those little chases he uses, I don't like that. He could just as easily, since they don't use the whole space of the chase, they're just in the corner like I just don't like the way it looks. All that couch is empty, and they're just sitting in the corner of a couch. When he could just have, I think they're tufted, just have chairs like this. It's a couple of big, nice chairs. He's got a nice set. He's got a beautiful home. Best his house. But those things are disturbing to me, like this long thing, and then people sitting at the end of it. But other than that, he seems to be doing his thing. Shannon needs to interview Monique's oldest son. All you do is go in the channel, and just put it in his. Because believe it or not, they do read the chats. I mean, I'm sure afterwards they want to hear what people say it, how the show go, and all that kind of stuff. Just suggest it in the chat. He might get Wendy Williams' son on there next. Who knows? I wish the best for the kid. I'm not as angry with him, even if he did spend all that money. He was a 19-year-old boy. I'm sure he has no conception of money at all. He's probably always gotten what he wanted. He said his mama was always buying him expensive gifts, and he didn't even know what $100,000 was. So I'm not going to judge a 19-year-old kid. If he was 29 or 31, it would be a different story. But I mean, whatever. If she does, eventually we all pass. Everything she has is going to go to him. She'll have no other real family. They all be gone. His father's almost 100 years old. So let's hope there's something left for him. He is an educated boy now. He speaks well. And I just didn't get anything negative from the son. I didn't get him being an abuser, not deliberately. Even the financial arrangement, I thought that was in her best interest. If people were just spending money willy-nilly, money spends much differently when you don't got to work for it, right? So yeah, he made some mistakes, I'm sure. Don't we all? I wish the hell I would be 19 years old and had access to millions of dollars, child. They made him the executor. Please. 19 years old. Of course he went out and got him a new Porsche. Particularly when he's used to his mama, his daddy, everybody in the family driving around, even the mistress is driving around in Rolls Royces and Bentleys and shit like that. It would not be unusual for him. So I'm sure he recognizes the error of his mistakes. Matthew Lawrence is one of the Lawrence brothers from Give Me a Break. Girl, I don't even know what I don't even know what Give Me a Break is. Meets World, Blossom, and etc. He is now in a relationship with Chili of TLC. Oh, Chili. Uh-huh. Justin, you got a lot of time on your hands. You know everything, all the people business. You standing on business. Who was that? They also had on Breakfast Club today that guy T what's his name? T something. T.I.'s son, the one standing on business. They argued about who came up with standing on business. And the boy was reading the other guy who claimed that he started the standing on business. It's interesting. I like the little clips they do. Some of these shorts are just too short for me, right? You go in there to watch it, and then people make one statement, and that's the end of the video. That's too extreme. But people like Breakfast Club, they do 15-minute videos. How are you black and not know what Give Me a Break is with Nell Carter? Give Me a Break. Is that a new show? Justin, I was out on the street doing my thing. I was not sitting at home watching television for most of my life. So there's a whole lot of shit that I don't know nothing about, child. Right. I remember Nell Carter. That was her show. Apparently Monique had shows. I don't know who them people are. What's it called? Moesha or some shit. I don't know anything about any of that stuff, child. The last TV show I watch, I mean, now that I have access to it, there's 600 channels now, so. But I don't watch television no more. Well, when I did before all the drug stuff happened, I think Murder She Wrote was the most popular one, the most recent one, honey. Then there was a huge gap. Right now, I'm rewatching Scandal. I like it. It's like I never saw it before. You know, I think I watched it 5 years ago. I watched Sopranos so much too. I just know every word, and damn, it's not worth watching anymore. Some of them are good after a few years though. I might watch next. I think I might check out. I would love to find out where Empire is. Does anybody know where Empire can be watched, even if you have to pay for it? I got to do a little research and find out if I can watch that. I think that'd be fun to watch over again from the beginning. Start from the very beginning. Keep you busy a few days. Look, now he getting nasty. Okay, wait a minute. I guess Uncle Tim was strung out all those all through the late 70s and 80s. Damn, not that long to not know who Nell Carter is. I remember Nell Carter, but I was watching TV. Some people do other stuff, Justin. We don't just sit around and watch TV. Can I assume I got about 20 years on you? Thank you. Strung out. Strung out. They won't let me out. People who do drugs, they don't call it strung out. They just call it, I'm doing drugs, just like Wendy Williams say. Right? Are you alcoholic? Why am I alcoholic? I just like to drink. Shit. But you get a life, Justin, like everybody else gets one. Make your own decisions for your life. Particularly when you're a single male, you don't have responsibilities. You are able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's what I did. I'm glad I did have some of that particular kind of entertainment. Can't say it was boring. The Tyler Perry movie. Oh no, I ain't watching that. Nikki B, did you watch the Tyler Perry movie, Mia Copa? Hell no, I don't watch Tyler Perry movies. Now, I mean, I admire the brother, I admire what he does, but from afar, because I tried to watch Mia Copa the night that it premiered, and even in the first, I think I watched 2 scenes, I turned it off because, first of all, I guess this black girl had a white mother or mother-in-law, but the white mother-in-law, she was too extreme, too over the top. Like they try to build this hateful relationship too fast. The writing was subpar to me. So I said, no, I'm not gonna put myself through none of any Tyler Perry movies. I can't do it, honey. I'm glad he gets an audience. I'm glad people like his stuff, but they're not for me. I didn't like his TV shows. Only thing I liked about Tyler Perry, where I initially met him, was with the plays. I thought the plays were hysterical. Now, of course, I've seen them now, so they won't be very funny to me now. But when he came on as Medea, that was hysterical, and that's what made him as a person in show business. But all the movies that came after that, I said, "How you gonna get this big old drag queen girl in regular, like she's playing a woman?" I could never buy it. It has been done. We know about Tootsie and all these other people, child. But then you had singing in the play. I mean, singing in the movie as well. You had Mr. Brown, which was a minstrel character. I never got it. And then Tyler Perry moved on. And bless his heart, he does good work. I mean, as far as working and being a businessman. And I was amazed that people really wanted to see his movies. The dramatic things that he's done. He was in Gone Girl just as an actor. He can act. He's a talented man. He's a talented. I don't know that, you know, one time he showed us his desk and he just had all these scripts all over his desk, right? It's piled up high. And you mean you wrote all of those scripts yourself? You're the head of the studio. You can hire the best writers. All you got to do is go and watch Queen Sugar or go and watch anything that's black stuff that's been done good with the characters and just hire them. right? Who's your writer on The Butler? Lee Daniels? Okay, I'll work with Lee Daniels. Pick out the best people and let them do the writing, man. You've already done that. You've already built your empire. Now you're a studio head, right? Which may eventually be just a glorified landlord. You just rent people spaces to make whatever. You building cities on your land and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't think that man should be sitting up there as a movie mogul, still writing every script. It's crazy to me. Oh, thank you, Shauna. I gotta say your name right. Sean, yeah, Shonda. Thank you. That's nice. For a super chat. Appreciate you. You know, when y'all give us super chats, even though the people take half the money now, or most of almost half of the money now, when you add them up through the month, many times that money makes a huge difference in your AdSense check, because that goes into your AdSense, right? So I truly appreciate it. Who's that singing boy? A green boy. I appreciate you, Chandra. Shonda. Okay, Prince wrote and produced all his music. Is not the same thing as writing movies. All his own music on his own label. So should have Prince not written and produced himself. Sheena Easton. Child. Justin, writing music has nothing to do with writing whole movies, right? A song, if you produce a song, is 2 pages. 2 pages, right? Writing a script to a particularly a series might be 500 or 600 pages. There's no comparison, child. If you are a multimillionaire, some say nearly a billionaire, you could certainly hire writers to write scripts and accept that there are better writers in this world than me. I wear so many different hats. I do so many things well. We know that. At one time, Tyler Perry was actually building his own sets. He was talented in many, many areas. But the benefit of being a successful person and having all these gifts is you get to delegate, particularly when you own the studio. You get to delegate. What you want is the best product you can put out, not just a bunch of stuff with your name all over it. You should have already gotten that a long time ago, right? We already know you can write. And if you focus and just wrote one script, you wrote one script a year, I'm sure it would be a lot better than writing 20 scripts a year. Everybody isn't lazy like you, Uncle Tim. Well, all you do is watch TV. You write a script. Oh, he's really feeling bad today. What happened, Justin? Nigga, tell me what happened. Justin got caught with what? The woman rejected you? What happened? And how many channels are you over there terrorizing? That's what I want to know. Oh, love your channel. Thank you for super chat. Oh my goodness, Nikki B. Nikki B, you got an L in front of you. You're not from this country? So you never know who you're talking to. Love your channel, even with the awful singing. Thank you. That encourages me. Nikki B, when they put that L in front of the 20, does that mean that's lira? Are you from a different country is what I want to know. Are you from London or somewhere? What does that mean, that symbol in front of the 20? I think that's foreign. And I would never have known. Okay, let me see. That is British. Yeah, it looks British. Oh, UK black? Oh, see, you never know. Now, we've been talking this. I assumed that you were American from here. I've had people come in from there. They've been living in China. I've been talking to them for a year. Never even knew that they weren't right here with us. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm trying to put together this greatest hits of mine for you. I need you to put up the money though. Produce it. Greatest hit album. Pound sign. Oh, so you gave me pounds. Okay. I appreciate the pounds. You got to love this internet stuff, man. You can be in all different countries and they're all over the place. That's why our city is fucking, I don't know, maybe it's going on in your guys' city too, but now the biggest store, we already enclosed damn near everything in downtown San Francisco, right? There are a few stores left, a few high-end stores, Louis Vuitton and places, but most of the retail is left downtown area. Yesterday, we got the announcement that Macy's, which takes up a huge part of the circle downtown, is leaving San Francisco. Macy's, I mean, that is a huge store. Actually, it's two full buildings side by side. They're leaving San Francisco. And I said, oh my God. Then when I go on and do a little research online, I see that this is going on all over America. People are leaving the downtown areas, right? They're leaving not only the downtown areas, and you people who are not from big cities may not understand that, but downtown was, usually, it was a big deal. A lot of traffic and all that. First, the business people start leaving. And since the business people are leaving, that means there's no foot traffic. That means the restaurants start closing. Then the retail start closing. We just lost Old Navy a few months ago. And it keeps getting worse and worse. So they're going to have to reconfigure downtown. And our mayor we have a black woman as a mayor, London Breed. It seems like she's trying to have a lot of those buildings converted to residential. It'll be a whole different idea of what downtown is. But it's the same thing that's going on with the malls. When I was young, the thing to do was to go to the mall. We spent the whole damn weekend in the mall. We worked in the mall. The kids worked in the restaurants in the mall, honey. It's all about the mall, right? And then they close in the damn malls. Oh, it's around 25. Thank you. Thank you. 500 pounds usually to be 1 million. Ooh. 20 years ago. What? Macy's is leaving. Can you believe it? You would have to be here to see. What's that thing called downstairs? Is that, I forget. Downtown is around a circle. They got a little park in the middle, whatever. And they got Macy's there, and they got Cheesecake Factory over there. You can look over the whole city and all that kind of stuff. It accomplishes a main part of the shopping district in downtown San Francisco. So if they leave, I don't know what the hell they got down there then. You can still go down to Louis Vuitton and some fancy jewelry stores, but that seems to be about it. So we don't know the fate of the downtown area. Funny thing is, we still got like 800,000 people here. So I don't know how they're eating. They don't eat. They stop eating. They stop shopping. They stop working from the office. I mean, is the whole world going to go to just work from home? I mean, I'm sure it's a great thing because you can live anywhere, but it affects the whole shopping area. If there's no foot traffic, there's no reason for a restaurant to be down there. Now they even closing Walgreens, CVS. Those disappeared. I went to get a hamburger a few days ago. Boston Market's gone. Goddamn Super Burger's gone. I don't understand it. Because we're basically the same amount of people. They'll talk about people leaving San Francisco, but it don't amount to anything. Honey. All the buildings still full, residential. Anyway, it's just sad. Not that I shop at Macy's a little above my pay grade, but it was a major part of the downtown area. Yeah. As far as I know, the only thing down there left is like Ross and shit like that, So hopefully something else will move in there. I don't know what's going to happen to the downtown. The most recent one to move in, major company, is IKEA. Finally made it into San Francisco. So in the midst of everybody leaving, they came. So I heard they're doing okay. But there's the only one I know that moved into downtown recently. They said they're going to close. What was the number? Is it 180 Macy's are going to close? It was a huge number of Macy's that are going to close around the country. People love to talk shit about San Francisco, but it's actually happening everywhere. Let's put in our search engine Macy's. Macy's closures. Macy's closures today. Okay, the flagship store downtown is closing. It may not be for about a year. Macy's closes, focus on shifts. Yeah, there's a lot of stories about it. Macy's. Okay, so Macy's is closing 150 stores around America. Oh my God, look at all these stories on Macy's. Jesus Christ. So 150 stores are closing. So it's not only just us. It's everywhere. Retail is just changing. I bet them package bandits, they love this shit when everything's coming to your house. That's why that Ring doorbell thing got so popular so fast, honey. I remember shopping on my lunch when I worked in the city. Shopping there on your lunch? What's it? The other one is gone. Neiman Marcus is gone. The whole goddamn downtown mall downtown has been sold to some other company. So we don't know what's going to happen there, but the theaters are gone. There's not much reason to go down there. So maybe it will change to all residential. You know, people always want to buy. Then they have this thing where so much of the downtown area, the high rises, are sitting empty because these foreign companies are buying them for investments, and they don't move anybody in them. Probably the only thing that's going to make a huge difference is to lower the taxes and also lower the rents. We were boasting of having the highest rents in America for years. Between here and New York City, went back and forth. So maybe that's not a thing anymore. To have the highest rates, we need to draw people back into the city. I haven't noticed any significant difference in residential though. This neighborhood is not high rises. This is mid rise or Victorian houses. They are all full still. British. Okay. Wow. They said they're going to build more boutique type stores. They're going to, because they just can't maintain these big palaces for retail when it's only 3 or 4 people walking around in there. I did have to say it. I didn't see a lot of people around, and sometimes I have to go through there. I go to the cheese factory sometimes, and I would see there wasn't a lot of foot traffic. Only mostly around Christmas time do it get packed. The white women is just that you need help. You need a professional help. They had the low department stores to close in Atlanta. Well, whatever affects the rest of the country is going to affect there as well, Justin. I saw Walter Lee Hampton on there talking about how the rents are actually going down in the Atlanta area. And you also have tons of empty buildings, new construction. They sent me a notice yesterday. I'm qualified. I can move if I want to. A place called the China Basin, to this new mid-rise apartment building. I mean, fancy buildings are fine, but usually it seems like the newer they are, the smaller they are, right? I live in a prime neighborhood, and I'm not going nowhere. But they offer me another apartment. They say it's approximately this size. It's in a brand new building, but brand new buildings are not brand new after 5 years, you know. And I don't live in the hallways. I live in my apartment. So that answer is no, I ain't going nowhere. Oh, damn, you took off all of your they took you out 5 times, Justin, or you took yourself out again? They were you said they turned abandoned hospitals into housing? But it should. It's there's nothing that says we have to go downtown to shop. You know, it can be residential, but the only thing about converting to residential, I mean, they got to build all new kitchens, they got to build all new bathrooms, they got to run brand new plumbing through the place, different kind of lighting. They have to get light into the apartments, right? Because those big buildings that they don't have windows all over the damn place, so they got to make building. It's not a simple thing to do. They said that some of the older buildings are easier to convert. I don't know. I don't know. Something the size of Macy's, though, that damn thing is as big as the college. So I don't know who could move in there. I doubt it'll be another retailer. Retail is just changing. Everything must change. Ooh, nothing and no one here stays the same. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds. Do y'all stop and thank God sometimes for the rain coming from the clouds and that sun still sitting up in there, child? And them clouds getting heavy and dropping rain to water the trees and to produce oxygen for us to survive, honey. Do y'all celebrate God for all of his creations and these beautiful faces like him? Mm-hmm. We all blessed people. We just spoiled people. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to change. I don't know about retail. There's something about, because sometimes you order stuff and it ain't nothing like what you thought it was going to be. You know, you got clothes that don't fit. You don't feel like going down there and returning stuff, you know. And I like to see stuff. Like one time I bought bedding, got it here. It was just cheap ass shit that I paid a lot of money for. So many times I like to shop, just see things before I put them on my body. But that's why people are shopping the way they're shopping. I guess a lot of these new buildings have to build special rooms and lockers for your packages because people get so many packages. But that did now save the post office. Remember, the post office was having a hard time, was threatening to close. But now these deliveries are not only the post office, but also Amazon. They have their own trucks now, all that kind of stuff. It's a different kind of business that's become popular. These Ring doorbells, that company grew up real fast, mainly because of all this shopping that's going on and these packages. So when they say I got a package, you get a ding on your phone. I run down to the downstairs to get my shit, child, because it's just sitting there, you know. How you doing, neck bone, pinto beans, and cornbread? You like to eat, honey. I am just waiting for that diamond grill of Tim to come in so he can stunt like his daddy on us. What? My diamond grill? What diamond grill? Mm-hmm. player. Mm-hmm. My father didn't know the meaning of work. Boom, 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 boom. He disrespected my mama and treated us like dirt. I left home seeking a job that I never did find. Look me down, honey. I took to cloud nine. I'm doing fine on cloud nine. You're as sweet as a bird in flight. There's no difference between day and night. You weren't even born, Justin. Same place you go for your Rolex. Don't hate, Justin. Don't hate. Well, their Rolex is $25,000. Mine is about 100. So I'm sorry that it upsets you, honey. Uh, does he make diamond grill plates? I don't, are you that kind of brother, Justin? You have gold in your teeth, in your mouth? Are you a country boy? Oh, Lord. I done run my mouth for 20 minutes over. Well, that means we were having a good time, right? Before Justin came and took over. Thank y'all for coming in on today. We'll go and check in. I recommend we go and see what Terry Crews has to say over there on Shay Shay, since that's the popping channel these days. Talk to y'all later.